I don't think that school really set me up for life. So when I was in school, I couldn't even concentrate. I was learning subjects, like, being sat in like science class and religious studies and geography and history and just literally being mindless and not really caring about what I was learning. And imagine going through years of that. And it was only when I got to like age 16, 17, when I started going to the gym and I discovered that I could like watch videos of guys online who were giving tips on like fitness and everything, and how much protein you should eat and what exercises you should do. And I was able, like, this was the first time in my life at age 17 that I realized, like, oh, you can learn from the internet and it will actually improve your life. And that blew my mind. The education system didn't prepare me for this. I even went to university. I have a psychology degree, and it didn't really prepare me for the real world. You see, at least for when I was younger, or even really right now, my goal was never, like, my desire, and you'll probably relate to this, it was never about like, oh, just just try and get like an okay job, try and get grades and stuff. That was stuff which other people put onto me. But if I was going to be totally honest to you, from the age of like 16 to whenever else, my real desire was like to become more of like a top 1% man. Like I wanted to be like a top high status guy. I wanted to be like wealthy beyond what like a normal, okay, good job would get me. I wanted to have like a really good life of like, I wanted the ability to have, like the wealthy materialistic life. In the end, I realized like, I got to experience that recently, and I realized it doesn't even do anything to me. I don't give a fuck about like material objects and watches and stuff. So I don't live that life anymore, but I got to live it. I got to experience like, the life in like Dubai and everything. Like I moved to Dubai, literally I moved to Dubai. I don't know if you've like followed along with my story, but like I'm in my parents' bedroom. Just a few months ago, I literally moved to Dubai. I set up my company there to like avoid paying taxes in the UK and stuff. And I literally like moved everything there, lived like the fancy lifestyle. I still had the $10,000 watch and stuff. I left it with a friend in Dubai. I'm wearing like fancy stuff. I'm surrounded by millionaires, Mike Thurston, Iman Gaji. And it wasn't the life for me, but I got to experience it. And so chasing, like wanting to become this top 1% man has kind of guided my interests for the last few years. And I just realized recently, like I would love to teach this on more of like a closer level to you, because what I've done on YouTube has been quite nice, to like just, I record the video and I try and like motivate you and educate you and stuff. And a lot of guys, maybe yourself, has said that those videos have really helped you, but I want to take it up a level. Like I want to get closer and more intimate and more like serious with teaching. And so I've started an online school. I've started like an online school, which is called Adonis Academy, which will be like a monthly membership. So it's something you have to pay for. And it's something that you will join in and actually have like a community, like kind of like a mini school directly for the interest of becoming a top 1% man. In what I would say the way to do that is by leveling up the three main areas of your life: health, wealth, and relationships. I think this is a goal that a lot of young men have these days, of like wanting to become like a high status guy, or what's top 1% man, an alpha male. And obviously you don't learn anything like this in school. But since you do learn about this online through YouTube, the issue is that a lot of guys don't actually succeed with this journey. I think I made really good progress to this, but I think I'm more of the outlier, because you can just overconsume the content that you see on like YouTube and the books and everything and not really take action. There's so many guys out there, maybe you could be one of them, who their life is relatively the same after watching like self-improvement videos for months. Now, hopefully you're not actually one of them. Hopefully you're someone who has been watching a couple of my videos and you've actually genuinely made a real like difference to your life. Because if that's you, imagine how much more progress we could make when we're actually like working closer together. And also, the normal route to the like what we're all doing as young men, just consuming this content online, and this is how I did it personally, is that you don't really have this extra level of support and community, which you don't really feel like you're missing out on, because it's just, you're just watching YouTube videos and you've got your normal friends from like high school and stuff. But I was very lucky that I started my YouTube channel and I started to have this extra level of support on my journey to develop myself, which was so valuable. And I want to create something like that for you. Now, I have my Discord server, which is still running, but it's something that I really don't like. I don't have like much love for it, because it's just something I don't like using. Discord, it's a fucking social media platform. It's for video gamers. The whole thing just makes me cringe of like what the big Discord server has become personally. And I don't even personally use it myself. I wanted to like use it more, but I thought like there's nothing that inspires me in it. What I've wanted to do is create more, like, if you've been on my Discord server before, I've wanted to create something like that, but on steroids, but for a smaller amount of people. That's why I've started, and it's something that I'm like selling. So it's like, you know, if you don't want to spend money, you can click away. No, absolutely no problem. My videos are still free. The Discord server is still there and everything. But this is for the young men who are out there who want to like join me on developing ourselves and actually learn directly from me in like a group setting. And actually you're excited to invest some money in your development as a young man. I have a book here, which means a lot to me. And maybe you've heard of the guy who's wrote it, Alex Hormozi. You maybe seen him go viral recently. He's just very close to 1 million subscribers on YouTube, but he's an extremely successful guy. He's made literally more than $100 million. And he talks a lot about like the best things that you can spend your money on are things that will develop you as a person, like mentors, communities, courses, programs, everything. He says to invest in those rather than spending your money on bullshit, and also rather than spending your money on like, you know, low-key investments that like these finance YouTubers tell you about, like, oh yeah, like invest in the index funds when you only have like $100 or $500. Like, it's not going to do anything. Like what this guy says, he's not like an author, right? He's wrote this book, and this book is very good. It's performed really well, but he's a very successful entrepreneur, Alex Hormozi. What he says is, instead of investing in the S&P 500, like the index funds, stocks and stuff, invest in the SME 500. Invest in yourself. Join the kind of communities, the places, the courses, the mentorship programs, and all those things that will actually develop you. And that's why, like, I always felt quite shy about making something like this, and you know, because it's something that I'm selling. It's gonna be like, it's gonna have a price attached to it that you'd pay every single month. But I thought, you know what, like, bro, if I could convince my younger self to get into something like this, it genuinely would have speeded up his progress by like significantly. So with the Adonis Academy, like this online school, it's going to be hosted on a website which is called school.com, and it's kind of like a forum page that is completely private to us. But inside of this will be our community where we'll host like weekly calls, not even weekly, sorry, 3 calls a week. This might be too much, so I might need to eventually like refund everyone and apologize, Brad. This is how much I want to try and push myself. 3 calls a week, which will be split up into the areas of health, wealth, relationships. So on Monday we'll have a call, Wednesday we'll have a call, Friday we'll have a call, health, wealth, relationships on each one. So like Monday will be health, Wednesday will be wealth, Friday will be relationships. Like, it'll be each separate, right? And on those calls, like, I'll literally just give you my time so you can come in with any questions. It'll be more like a Q&A call where you'll come in with questions that you have, and we'll all like you know, talk about a topic on health, for example. And you know, if any questions you've got about health and fitness, you'll bring them in on Monday, and you'll get to ask me directly. You'll get to like see what everyone else is asking about. Then it gets to Wednesday, then it's about wealth. So it's okay, you've got a bunch of questions about like business and everything. You literally want like, you know, you hop on, there'll be like, I'll be on the call with, let's say there's a bunch of people there. Everyone's got their mics muted. You'll be able to unmute your mic, come up to like a stage and literally ask a question. And you can literally ask me something like, can you review my YouTube video right now? And I'll be like, yeah, let's do it. Come on, show me. Can you check my business plan or something? A business plan's a cope, but like, you know, you can ask these specific questions and also listen in on the kind of questions that other young men who are probably kind of similar to you are asking. I did think, like, what I'm going to tell you right now is this is like a work in project. This is not something that I'm just going to kind of set up and, you know, I can't leave. Like, this is literally based on me just being your teacher. Right now, I'm like a guy who makes YouTube videos. I want to be more of like a teacher where we actually have like more of like a communication together. And so a lot of this is like up for debate. So if, for example, this is my idea of like, okay, it'll be 3 Q&A calls a week. But if, for example, a bunch of guys say like, oh no, like it would be so much better if you prepared a lesson, then I'll do that. So I'm very open to like knowing that this is a work in progress, and I want to keep making like the Adonis Academy like absolutely sick. You know, previously like I've sold like courses and I've made videos and stuff, but like I've never really put like my absolute heart into a project which I genuinely think like I can make it exceptional for you. Like, you know, my YouTube videos in some ways and the movements and stuff, but I wanted something specifically in terms of like business, like something which I sell that I think is such a good product that I'm like so happy and so proud and so excited to mention it to people. And so I want to like literally, I want to be like such an amazing teacher and make this like such a great community that actually helps you to make huge progress to becoming a top 1% man. So we'll have 3 calls a week. which will be at 7 to 9 p.m. So about 2 hours, and maybe it'll be a bit less, maybe a bit more, whatever. But 7 to 9 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Each day is like split up. So Monday will be health at 7 p.m, Wednesday will be wealth, and Friday will be relationships at 7 p.m. it'll start. That'll be our calls. And this is always going to be UK time, by the way. So the reason UK, the time zone right now is GMT, but it kind of changes. So just whatever the time is in the UK, that's what it will be. 7 p.m. is like our call on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have this like community where you'll be able to write your own community post, and I will personally reply to your community post, and also you'll get replies from other guys who are on the journey who maybe they've just like figured out the problem that you're currently going through, and maybe you can be that person and reply to someone else's. And I really want this to be like a fucking awesome community where we genuinely get like close to each other. And I want to see, like, if you're gonna, like, I'm not trying to hard sell this or anything, literally, like, if you're uncertain about this already, it's like literally click away. I want there to be like extreme enthusiasm where you're literally like ready, like you've probably purchased it already, you're literally, but don't do that just yet, just because like I want to explain everything fully first, and then it's like, okay, if you want to buy it and you're so excited for this, you can do. I'll give you like weekly quests, like assignments to do, which is like, okay, outside of like, you know, what we're learning on our laptops and stuff, here's something, okay, go out into the world, here's a challenge for you, go and do this, maybe record yourself doing this like thing that I've told you to do, just like something small, but I'll actually like, I'll review this work and everything. So here is like, we've learned some things in our classes, we've been discussing things on the community posts, on our like text, you know, stuff and phone calls and stuff. Now here is literally like a hard thing for you to go and do, and like now you've got some direction. You know, you could have done this yourself and stuff, but like now you've got direction. Now you've literally got me saying, okay, here is like a challenge for everyone to do. Go and show some evidence that you've done it, and then we can all come in and be like, okay, here's the thing, look, I did this thing. I say like, I go on, like literally hike at the top of a mountain this Sunday. Find a way to get it done and show me a picture of you, like, which is real, that you've literally, like, you know, it's something to just encourage you, like a little weekly quest. And like, I want to take part in these, and there's a extra sort of bonus which I think you're gonna like about this. One other thing is that I'm going to give you one of my courses as soon as you join for free. So I have a course which is called the Entrepreneurship Productivity course that sells for $450 on its own. This isn't like marketing tactics or anything. Literally, I have a course that I sell, but I'm including it at the start. Like, you literally get it when you sign up for this, and that literally just teaches you like how to do the work. So you may have seen recently I uploaded a video to my main channel which is titled Why You Can't Do the Work, and I took just 3 of the principles from this course for that full video on the main channel. The course has like 19 lessons where I literally teach you, okay, like here's literally how to be productive, and I go into specific detail and stuff, and literally I'm just going to include that at the start of this. And I might even like, I'm not gonna be bound to this, but I think an extra little bonus I will do is I will record extra like mini courses, like series, that I will put as part of like this literal community. Like, I want this to be my main thing, that I'm just thinking, okay, how do I make it even better? How do I make it even better? I literally, you don't realize, okay, I've wanted to announce this more than a week ago, about 2 weeks ago, and I've constantly just been waiting to, no, wait, just journal more, keep asking you these questions. I've been asking myself questions of like, how do I make this worth 10 times more than what they're paying? Questions like that, and really journaling them. I've spent hours and hours over the last week just in like the planning stage of like, okay, all I want this to do is to be extremely valuable for you. I want it to be extremely life-changing for you. One extra like benefit which I'm really excited for is that inside of this school I will host exclusive small meetups. So you may have seen that I've done like meetups on YouTube and Instagram where I announce where I am, and like, you know, 50 guys come and we all have like a really good time, and we like do some boxing, or we go to the gym, or some stuff like that. Maybe you've seen it on my Instagram, or you've seen like I've posted like a video or two onto the YouTube channels. What I actually have thought is, inside of this school, I will post more of like a low-key exclusive meetup, so that instead of like, you know, 50 guys coming, which, you know, it feels awesome for me because it's like, you know, validation, like, oh, look how many guys are coming. I want there to be a lot less, because then imagine I do like, most of this is going to be UK based, right? But imagine if I do like a meetup in the UK, like, oh, let's go do this hike, let's go hike up this mountain, and literally just you and like one other guy comes. And imagine like how much more like we can get to the depth of like, you know, like a communication, and how much more of like we can chat about stuff compared to like when there's 50 guys asking me for pictures and stuff. Because when I've done meetups, it's always been really wholesome. But one of the issues is that so many guys come that like I don't actually get to have like a very in-depth conversation with most people. It's more quite shallow, and then someone interrupts asking me for a picture and stuff. So I still love to do them, but this won't be like a normal one where it's like, oh yeah, let's just go like stand on the street and take some pictures. This will be like, okay, here's an activity that I want to do myself, which is like, okay, I want to go camping or hiking or doing this thing in the UK. So it's all going to be UK based for now because that's where I live, and you'll get an invite to that through this school. And it'll mean that there's probably going to be like, I can't say for certain, but I expect there to be less than than 10 people, less than 5 people who show up. I'll also let you like bring your friends as well if you want. Like bring a friend or two if you want to. One extra little thing I do want to mention with this is that I won't be like a normal teacher that you've had before, because as much as I want to be a teacher, right? Like, I don't know if you've seen my recent videos on my second channel. I've realized recently, like, my core desire, my purpose is teaching. Like, when I feel alive when I teach, and I really want to bring that more into my life. Like, I really am so enthusiastic about this. But one extra benefit for you is that I'm not just a teacher. I genuinely am still and always will be a student. I remember being in school, and the teachers that I had, like, they were just teaching some bullshit that they were made to teach, you know, that's on the school curriculum for the March 2023. They've got to teach these lessons. And the teacher's like, literally, he doesn't even give a fuck. He doesn't even read books on the topic anymore. He does, like, you know, he's just like, he wasn't enthusiastic. He wasn't still a student. This is what's going to be different. In the topic of health, wealth, and relationships, I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly reading. I will not stop doing that. So this means that you will not get like the teacher experience that you've had with most teachers. You will literally get a guy who's enthusiastically been learning. Let's say it's Monday. I've literally been reading a book on health, like about how our testosterone's being destroyed by like plastics. I'm literally reading that book, and I'm like super excited to come to you and I tell you like, bro, I literally just read this. Oh, like, look, what should we do about this, guys? Like, I'm learning alongside you, which I think makes it even better, because it means I'm enthusiastic. It means like I'm not like just lazy. Oh, I've got to get this class done. It's like, I actually want to teach you. That's why I've set up the 3 calls that we're going to have a week. I've set them up in quite a fluid way, which is just like, there's not going to be a set lesson for them. It's just going to be on the topic of health, wealth, and relationships. And so this way, it's like we all get to follow our enthusiasm and interest. So if for example, like, I didn't want to like say, okay, this week is going to be on this, because what if my brain kind of wants to learn about something else? Or what if your brain wants to learn about something else? I want it to be that we join, let's say, the Friday call for relationships, and it's like we get a bunch of comments of people asking about like, how do I attract her, or like, should I go on monk mode right now, or like, okay, no, but you know, I've got a girlfriend but she cheated on me. And so we follow like the community's interest. And also for me, like, I'll come in, I'm sure that these calls will be like Q&A mostly. So it'll be like, you know, I'll join, and then we'll get one by one, each person will come up, and you'll be able to come up and ask me a question in front of everyone so everyone can learn. But also I'm sure that I'll get into like, you know, some like hypey rants and like I do on YouTube and everything. And I'll end up telling you like, oh yeah, I've just been learning this thing recently. Like literally, I just read like literally like 3 hours yesterday on relationships, on like anxious attachment styles, like why I personally feel so anxious in relationships. And imagine being able to learn from someone who genuinely is actually trying to use this stuff. I'm not just some teacher who's been given a curriculum and says, okay, we've got to do these questions, guys. It's like I've literally been implementing this stuff myself. So I'm going to tell you, okay, this is how to implement it in the same way that I've just done recently. That's why I'm like so excited for this, because I genuinely think I'm actually going to be like a very good teacher here. And another part of this is like a meta skill that I'm learning is, not only am I learning these things like health, wealth, relationships, but on the side, I'm also learning how to be a better teacher. I'm also specifically learning how to tell better stories, how to speak in a way that you actually understand like my points of view, how to ask you better questions, how to praise you more. So not only am I learning alongside you in like the self-improvement stuff, but I'm also learning specifically how I could make you learn even more. This is why like I genuinely think like I'm going to be very good at this. So how much does this all cost? It will be $99 a month, which is a recurring membership. So every month it'll be $99. This is usually where like the, you know, the salesmen and stuff, they'll try and justify the price, and they'll tell you like, oh yeah, but it is worth it because of this. But no. Like literally it's $99 a month. It's a recurring membership. The top link in the description, you can go check out, go click that right now. I'm not going to try and like justify it to you, because I only want someone who is genuinely like so super excited, who sees the value of this. I don't want that if you're right now thinking like, oh, but is it worth it? Is it going to be a scam? It's like, don't buy it. My videos are still for free. The Discord server's still live and everything. Stick with that. 100% stick with that. I want someone, like after reading this book and just watching a bunch of this guy's podcast, like I want young men who have got his mindset, which is like, you should be excited to spend money on your developments. So if right now you hear this price and you're like, oh no, it's too expensive, no problem whatsoever, no pressure at all. Literally just keep watching my videos if you think that they've been good for you, and sweet, 100%, that's sick. If you're thinking $99 a month, every month is quite, it's quite expensive. That's like 8 times more than Netflix. Yeah, it is pricey. The reason why, and I've spoke to so many YouTubers about this recently, Ali Abdul and Andrew Kirby. I have a call with Sam Ovens as well, if you know him. And I've been asking these guys, and literally like everyone's confirming, after I get into a conversation with someone, everyone's confirming like this is actually the sweet spot, because if I make it 10 times cheaper and I make it $9 or even like $4 a month, for example, so it's so cheap, right? What's gonna happen? So many people are going to join, and suddenly there's going to be literally 10,000 people, students who are in this call. I'm pretty sure you can't even have a call with 10,000 people. So at that point, I'm just live streaming to just a normal audience. At that point, it's just like a Discord server again. That's why like I want it to be premium and exclusive enough that we have way less people joining. And also, if you have looked into the entrepreneurship, the Alex Hormozi stuff, this is a really good guy to research, by the way. Alex Hormozi, the Feel Like Business. We'll be talking a lot about his book and his mindset to make money online and everything inside of this Adonis Academy. In general, when you charge more, it's better for everyone. It's just how it works. It's like you invest more at you as the customer. Since you've put more money into it, you actually take it more seriously and you do more work. If this was free, for example, you'd go check it out. Oh yeah, it's kind of nice. But the fact that it's actually like hurting your wallet in a sense, it's like, oh shit, like I've got to actually use it. I can't just let it go to waste. And that means that you actually just put more work in and you make more progress. I make more money. I won't lie to you. This isn't just some like wholesome thing that I really like. Of course, bro, I want to make more money. I want to level up my business. That's fucking awesome. I'm literally so excited to do that. Like I want to make more money, and so I'm more enthusiastic about it as well. It feels like it's more worth my time to like obsessively think about this through the day, to take it more seriously. I want to help you even more. There's less people in the community, so we can even be closer, because as soon as they get to above like 1,000 people in our group, it's just going to be problematic, isn't it? It's just going to be like a Discord server at that point where there's just too many people. The barrier to entry is too low. I want it to be that literally the only people who join are like actually so excited to spend money on something like this. So it's $99 a month, recurring membership, and you can just go click on the top link in the description to check out if you're interested. Is there a guarantee? I might change this in the future, but for now, like if you purchase right now, then obviously like this is what you'll get. What I'm going to do is for the first 7 days, you can come in and just have a look at some things and then get a refund within 7 days, right? So within 7 days, if you have purchased it, if you send me an email within 7 days saying, oh, I had a look, it's not really for me, absolutely fine, no questions asked, I'll refund your money. After 7 days, you won't get a refund anymore, but you can cancel, which will then mean that like you've paid for this month, you'll get the rest of this month's membership, you can cancel, and it'll just cancel your subscription, like the monthly recurring fee for next month. So you can get a refund up to 7 days, just so you can kind of see like, okay, like, what is this about? Did I have fun in the lesson and stuff? Was it valuable? And then after that, you can't really get a refund, but you can just cancel to make sure that you don't get charged again for the next month. And it's easy to cancel. It's not hard at all. You literally just send me a refund and it's all done. You send me an email and it's all done. Some random questions I wrote down just in case you're interested, but like you can literally just go check out now if you do want to. What time will the sessions be? They'll always be in the UK time zone. And right now they're going to be 7 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so that's what we're going to go forward with for now. But like I said, I'm like, this is the start of this, and I expect us to make a bunch of changes. So if this time works for everyone, if it really works for me to like, be enthusiastic and quite like good at that time, which I've been experimenting over the last few weeks, what time I should have for this. And 7 p.m. actually does seem to be some weird sweet spot, but like my energy just fucking spikes up till around 9. So we're going to say the calls will be roughly 7 to 9, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, UK time. What language? English only. What if I can't join the sessions? So if you can't join the live calls that we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m, I'll get them recorded and also just keep them in our group. So it's exclusive, only people, like if you've subscribed, you can see them. And then you'll be able to see all the recorded ones. and still be able to learn from them. So because I don't, there's going to be some times where you have to miss a call and stuff, so I'll find a way to make sure that you can still see every single lesson. How active will I be in this? Like as active as I can be. So we'll do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday calls, and then at least once every single day I'll go on and I'll reply to literally every like community post that we have there. So I'll be able to ask a question on text of like, oh, Hamza, what do you think about this? You won't directly message me because I want it to be all public, but you'll ask essentially the community, here's like my story, I'm struggling with this girl and she's lying to me about this. What do you guys think? You'll get a bunch of comments from people, and then literally I'll come in and also reply to you as well. So that'll take me quite a while when there's like 100 people, 200, 500 people who are writing posts and everything. How much does it cost? It's $99 a month and it's recurring every month. I just want to make that really clear. It's not just like a one-time payment. It's like a subscription that goes on. And the reason why I've made it a subscription is because I want it to like be motivating for me to keep going and to doing the work continuously. If it was literally like you just pay like a big like amount, let's say $500 or $1,000 and you can join forever, it's like once I've got your money, I kind of lose a bit of like the enthusiasm to think like, oh yeah, I've really got to make it worthwhile for him. But if you're paying a bit less than that, like $99 a month, it's like I'm thinking to myself like, oh shit, okay, he's paid me, but I've got to make sure that he's so impressed that he thinks, wait, this is sick, that you continue it for the next month and the next month and the next month. My goal is that one whole year from now, we have 1,000 recurring students, which isn't that much. Like when you think about like over an entire year, so for a long time over the next few months, there's probably going to be like 300 people in the school, which means that on our calls there'll probably be less than like 100 people who are like, muted, and one person comes up, and then on like the community posts there's probably like 10-20 community posts per day, so it's not going to be like overinflated at all. Can you get a refund? Like I just said, yeah, 7 days in, and then you can cancel after that. That is all for now. I was going to say something else, but yeah, I'm literally super excited for this. I've been racking my brain of, this was what I was going to say. I've been doing journaling practices, what like I've learned from this book and from this this guy when he's went on podcasts and stuff. And I've been asking myself this question: how do I make this group worth 10 times more than what you'll pay? So you'll pay $99 a month. How do I make this worth more than $1,000 a month? And I've just thought, well, it'll just be like a group coaching thing. What I would charge for $1,000, by the way, is literally I regularly have been paid $1,000 for an hour of my time on a call. I know that seems silly, but it's like people will literally pay me $1,000 to hop on a call with them for like 1 hour, 1.5 hours to like help them with their problems with YouTube and everything, right? And then I've also been paid $1,000 for like my courses that are literally just like videos of me in a playlist, and people have paid them. But then I also have been paid $1,000 for a group coaching thing, which is like a call per week with like a group of guys of like 10-20 guys. So I thought, okay, the group coaching thing is the closest to this, and for $1,000, like a group of guys each pay me $1,000 for one call a week. We're going to do 3 calls a week, and then also like a bunch of extra stuff together as well. So I've really thought, okay, how do I make this worth $1,000 a month for you? And that's like the metric that I'm going at to try and keep making this more valuable. I'm going to soon change that to 2.5K. So this isn't what I'm charging you. Literally, you're paying $99. I'm obsessively thinking, how do I make this worth $1,000 a month so that you just like it more? That's like, I want you to know, like, this is the level of like enthusiasm I have with this right now. I'm so like excited for this. I hope this becomes a good success. I hope that I post this and we get like a bunch of students. Maybe I'm expecting about 50 to 100 students within like a week of announcing this video and sending some people to this video. If you are wondering, or if anyone's commented below, oh, why is this like an unlisted video? Why are you trying to hide it? I debated just uploading this video as just like a public video on my main page, but then I thought, wait, it's like a sales video, and like people didn't subscribe for that. Like people subscribe for like, actual self-improvement content. So I've made it unlisted, and I'm just, anytime I mention that I've got an online school, I'm going to be sending people to this link, and then the checkout link is in the top description. So if you're interested in this and you're like super excited and you're thinking, wait, this is sick, I get to learn directly from Hamza. He's going to invite me to small meetups where there's a chance it might literally just be me showing up and being able to hang out with him and like hike up a mountain with him or go train jiu-jitsu with him or something. And like, you can see my enthusiasm thinking, okay, the way I would explain it to you is that $99 a month, it's just over £1,000 or $1,000 for the entire year. Imagine if like this helps the trajectory of your life by like 10% over an entire year. Like, it's a lot of money to spend, of course it is, when you look at it for an entire year. But if your life changes by like 10-20% from what you've learned here, That's like, I wish I could convince younger Hamza to get into more things like this. Like when I was younger, I spent so much money on like weed, video games. I'd just go to the shop randomly just because I was bored and end up buying like $10, $20 worth of snacks. I wish I could go back and tell him, like, this is the kind of stuff to spend your money on. This is what I've learned. Like, I really, really respect this author and this entrepreneur. He's fucking jacked as well. You see the picture of him. A fucking huge guy. And like literally I've been watching so many of his podcasts, and the way he speaks about programs like this and communities and mentorship and coaching, where he's like, these are the things to spend your money on because they will develop you as a person, and they will increase how much money you can make anyway. They'll increase how good of a relationship you can get and how good of your health is. If you have felt like my videos have helped you like a lot, imagine being in a group of like a few hundred guys, and like I actually know you by name now, and I've seen you grow over like the last 6 months, and I'm actually proud of you, and you've come to like a couple of these like small, not like a big YouTuber influencer meetup, but like you've literally come, like you and like 3 other guys, and we went hiking together multiple times. There's gonna be a meetup probably about once a month, but I probably might do a little bit more than that, but we'll say I'll average it about once a month. I'm super excited for this. If you are too, the top link in the description, click on that link right now. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah!